Well, guys, how you doing? Well, uh, the expected heavy winds never materialized, but I still went up there and I hammered down those poles about 2.5 feet, and I tied the palm. I got a pole on one side, the other, and put some new dirt with manure in there, and hopefully that'll be strong enough to hold until the new root system grabs on. If it does, I'm just trying to save it. Hey, baby. So, calm down, guys. So, usually, I don't smoke a cigar and have a drink during the week. Today is Wednesday, January 26th, and I'm doing it because it's my birthday. Say happy birthday, guys. Having a little bit of a fireball, cinnamon, but it's a little sweet, so I got about that much. I want to finish it, and can't have that again. So, yeah, I spent this whole year. Oh, and I'm wearing my Montana Stetson. Went to Yellowstone, and actually, I think I got it in Wyoming because we went to Montana, Wyoming. I think I got this at Jackson Hole. Very nice hat. Um, so I spent this whole year telling people that I was 67. Turns out that I was 66. Today, I am 67. And guess what? I don't feel a day older than 66. So, getting a little dark now. I said, well, let me go out there for the end of the day and have a small cigar and enjoy a drink. And I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook a very simple but tasty dish. That's called carne con papa, which means meat and potatoes, buddy. Just meat and potato. But it's Cuban style. You gotta try it. I'm a bit of a cook. I do some good stuff. So I've been researching on the last video. On the last video, I said I was gonna get a toy hauler, and get a side by side, and everything else. I am gonna get a side by side. I am gonna get a side by side, but I'm having second thoughts about the toy hauler. For the toy hauler to be able to handle a 1,500-pound vehicle inside, plus all the gear, the water, and you get all the stuff you're going to take on a camping trip. You need a double axle. That brings up the price on the unit. And what it used to cost, let's say 25,000 now, I mean before, now it's about 38,000. or 40,000. So everything's gone up 1/3. So I'm thinking, well, how many times do I go camping? How many times am I going to use this unit that's going to cost me a pretty penny? Since I am going to get the side by side, and I already have a pop up camper that is, for me, is comfortable enough. I don't need a palace. It's got a bed, it's got a heater, it's got the fridge, got the food, got a little porta potty. Doesn't have the shower, but when you go camping, how many times you go showering? I got a portable shower that I can put outside with a little structure uh, that folds out and pops up. I got that, and it's got the pressure pump. You pump it, and you can spray yourself with this thing. It shoots pretty far, the water, and you put it out in the sun, and it warms up. That's enough. You don't need a fancy bathtub and all this stuff. Yeah, it would be nice to have a regular toilet, but the porta potty does the job. You don't need to have this over the top stuff. I seen this fifth wheel people pulling this enormous monster behind them. And I'm thinking, so where the hell are they going to fit that? Where are they going to park it to go camping? Most of these campgrounds up in the Sierras, they're small. They're not meant to have those huge, trailers, 34 feet. You kidding me? And they're dangerous because you go up that road up there and you get a lot of wind. You can flip it. You can have all kinds of problems. So I've seen a lot of videos of people uh, doing that, and then going to Mexico. And if you're gonna go out for a month, let's say you go on a fishing trip to Mexico. I've been there fishing. Man, that fishing is great. I caught marlin, uh, yellowtail. They got a lot of good fish down there. So if you're gonna go and camp at a wild beach, like in Baja somewhere, yeah, you need something big and comfortable. So I don't I don't blame people. I don't criticize people for that. But if you're gonna go into the mountains, that's basically where I go fishing up in the Sierras. I don't need to have a huge thing. I can do fine with the pop up, and I can do fine with a small trailer. But if I'm gonna get, I'm really 100% decided that I'm getting the side by side. So if I'm getting a side by side, I need to haul it. And since I already have the pop up, I don't need another trailer with a bed. What I need, and what I'm thinking of getting, is a cargo trailer, big enough to bring in the bike, have room to have your extra cooler, chairs. You can put a canopy on the side of it, pop it, sit under it. I think that's the way to go. They go for about 7 grand, 7,500, and it's probably going to be aluminum. Oh, sorry for the smoke. It's probably going to be aluminum or maybe steel. Never know. But I don't think that I need, because like I said, how many times you're going to use it? So if I'm going to use the bike 3 times a year, let's say, just 3 times a year, it's not going to bother me that I have a cargo trailer on the side of the house with the bike inside, making the payments, which are, you can liquidate that payment, fairly quickly, instead of paying on a toy hauler that you're only going to use the same number of times, 3 times in a year, and you have a debt of 40 grand or 30 grand. Easy, easy is going to be 30 grand. I mean, I've been looking, we've been to a bunch of dealers with toy haulers, And these toy haulers minimum 35, 38. It's hard to find a small one like I've been wanting to. And I already found one they call a pop-up 18RR, I think it is. That one can take care, can handle the tandem Can-Am that I have, but I don't think it can handle room size, space wise. I don't think it can handle the, say, the Mule uh, MX. That's what I'm thinking of getting, or the Honda uh, Pioneer, I think it is. I also looked at the Can-Am Defender, very nice bike. So it's one of those, but I'm kind of leaning towards more the Mule. And you ask why? Because I am not a racer. I don't go speeding around in the desert. I'm more of an explorer. I go into small trails, tight trails, steep trails. And the Mule has a lot of torque, and the Mule fits in the in those trails, and it have enough space that if I want to take the dogs in the back, if I want to take an extra cooler, if I want to take my boat, whatever I want to dump in the back, throw a net over it, hold it down, and go on those trails, uh, it can handle it. The Mule is 60 inches wide, which is one of the smallest. The smallest is 50. I don't want the 50. The 60 is more comfortable, and its wheelbase is 70. I think it was 72 or 75. The height is 75 and a half, I believe, and the overall length of the body, it's 110. It's a small unit, you know. So I can take that anywhere. I can get a cargo trailer that's 7 feet wide, and when I pull it in, park it next to the wall so I have room to get off. So I will have about foot. What is it? 60. That's 5 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna have a foot and a half or so because I think in some of these trailers on the inside has a cover for the wheel well, so I'm not sure. Some of them are straight, some of them have something protruding. So you gotta have enough room to get in there and get off. A 7 foot or maybe 7.5 foot wide, and I can have the chairs, and I can actually take a lot of stuff out of the garage and store it in the cargo trailer. The cargo trailer is beginning to look very promising, very feasible. It's not going to be that expensive. It's not going to piss me off. I'm having this payment. I can probably pay, put down, say, 2 grand and finance the rest. If they have financing. If not, I'm going to have to fork out the whole thing, you know. But there's different ways to go and get it done. So the toy hauler, all of a sudden, for the past day, I've been looking. And last night I was looking and looking, and I said, you know what? The toy hauler is not going to be used all that much because mainly because my wife is still working, and if I go out by myself, I don't need this whole thing. I really don't. I need something to take the side by side. That's what I need. I can go into I can go into some roads and then pull up pull aside and bring down the bike and go off and explore. With a metal detector, I can go into the old mining areas, the abandoned mines, and kind of wander around. Just something like that. I don't really need the toy hauler. I've been looking and looking and looking, and it has to be a toy hauler that can also handle the rugged trails, the dirt roads, not trails, but the dirt roads You know, they got a lot of whoop-de-doos and rocks and holes and all kinds of stuff. So you don't want something that's going to be falling apart. I was looking at one called the Geo E Pro, something like that. It looks like it's well made, but the the quad, it's okay for a tandem Can-Am quad, but I don't think it can handle the size and the weight. And that's one thing about the mule. The mule is heavy. Some mules go up to 1,800 pounds. That's almost a car. So I'm not sure about I gotta look into that. But because it has a little bathroom and a little kitchen and in the shower and two sofas, because I think the whole thing is 18. So with the hitch, it's another three, so it's 21, and it's off the ground, which is good. Um, I don't know. There's so many different variations, so many different companies and different layouts that it's kind of difficult to find the right one. I saw one that I liked that it has a basket in front, so you can park your quad. But being that it's a tandem, it's a little longer. And they said it was 5 by 6, and I said, how can it be 5 when the camper is 7? The width of the trailer, not the camper. The trailer is 7. How can you have a 5 foot wide basket on the front? That's ridiculous. They made a mistake, or maybe it's 6 wide by 5. I'm not sure. Probably that. So that would be pretty tight. That would be pretty tight. But it doesn't have a bathroom. So so you're gonna spend all this money on a trailer that it doesn't have a bathroom. I mean, the bed, I have a bed. I don't have a bathroom. I got a porta potty. So am I gonna go backwards and spend more money for something that I don't have? Yeah, it's got the bed already made. It's in the front, and you got the bathroom and the little kitchen on the side. It looks very nice, but and it's all about the size and weight. I had to find out what the price is on those, the 18R Wolf Pup, because there's one called the A1, and that one's really off the ground. It's pretty high, but now you have the vehicle sitting outside, which is, I guess it's okay. But being that this is a heavier bike, the side by side is a lot heavier. Now I'm having second thoughts about having all that weight in the front, in the air. There's no axle underneath, so you got the hitch, the side by side in the front of the trailer, and then the axle is back here. I don't know how that's going to handle, and it's a single axle. I don't know if that's going to start doing fishtail or whatever, or if the truck's going to be sinking because of that extra weight back there on a half-ton vehicle. The camper is a 3/4 ton light duty, so I'm not sure how that's going to be. It's got heavier springs, but now though I need to take a pop-up camper truck pulling a trailer, so I got weight in the truck and I got weight in the back, plus weight with the bike. Do I need to take that up a mountain road where the engine's gonna be struggling? So you see the different combos give you different uh, complications. I don't know. Oh, turn off on me. This is an a Hupman original. I haven't been really paying attention to it. So that's where I'm at now. I know that just the other day I said that I was planning this and that and the other thing, but plans change. And I'm the type of person that I'm practical. I don't like overkill, and I don't like show off. I'm not showing off. Oh, I got this 30 footer. No, if I don't need it, I don't get it. I want to be able to go down the highway and then I see a dirt road that I like and say, let me go see what's back in there, and just turn off and get in there. You're not gonna be able to do that if you're pulling a huge thing behind you. You're gonna beat it to hell. So I'm still looking, but it's coming down to the cargo trailer, uh, because that's all I need. I need a parking space for the ATV, for the side by side. I don't know if they call it ATV if it's a side by side quad. So if I get the ATV, I'm gaining. I'm sorry. If I'm getting the cargo trailer, I'm gaining storage space. I can bring stuff out of the garage, like coolers. I got five. Uh, I can take in and hang my backpacks. I got four. Um, I can make a little cabinet in the front and put some of the. I put some drawers. I have a portable Coleman stove that if I want to cook there, I can cook in there. So there's a lot of things you can do with a cargo, you know. And some people are putting in beds that go up and down and stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. So let's see. Let's see. I don't want to spend, 50 grand, but I need to have that expense in my pocketbook. Need to be simple, practical, and lightweight. And if it's parked here, there's a storage place when you go down the freeway and then you're hooking up on another freeway and you look down. And I tell my wife, says, look at that. It's an RV cemetery. All these RVs, man, motorhomes, trailers, boats on trailers, they just sit there and rot. And you don't see them being moved. Every time I go over, I see the stuff parked in the same spots, dirty. People don't use them. They just buy them. They use them for a little bit, and you kill that enthusiasm in 6 months. And now you have this expensive machine that you're still paying, sitting there. I don't want to go through that. Mm. So I'm kind of leaning very heavily towards the cargo trailer, and I've been looking at brands and I've been learning because this is a whole different. You gotta know about the width and the heavy, the gauge of the metal, and the panels. Are they 20, 24, or 30? Some of them wobble. Some of them have a lot of rivets. Some of them have no rivets. That's a 30 gauge, which is better. Which is complimenting this guy that he bought I think it was a 12 footer, gray, all aluminum, really nice looking. And he's beginning to work on it. So he's getting his solar panels, and he hasn't done, as far as I know, he hasn't done any cabinetry inside. But I don't want to make it into a trailer. I already got a camper with the kitchen and everything else. I don't need to go through that again. That is if you have nothing. That's when you do that. And that's another thing that is putting me off on the toy hauler. The only thing I'm looking at the toy hauler that I can carry a toy, but not because it has a kitchen or a bed, because I already got that. Where's my little baby? Bearpa, where are you? So yeah, that's what it's at. That's what's going on. So okay, guys, I want to let you go. I'll see you on the next one. And happy birthday to me. Salud.